listening to body cam, one of the OPD officers, 6 rounds were shot at her just in that one incident. And my guys were probably another, 8 to 12 rounds just on 190. And in other areas in Opelousas, we don't know.
In St. Landry Parish, the search is on for 2 men who shot at police and other drivers as officers tried to make a traffic stop. Thanks for joining us. This all started in Port Barre last night when police tried to stop a blue odor model Buick for speeding, but the driver didn't pull over. That's when someone in the car started shooting at police and those who were in their way. The car led them down Highway 190 into Opelousas. 3's on the street tonight are Chris Welty in Port Barre with the story. Chris.
Police initially thought the person was going to pull over. The second time they clocked him, he was slowing down, but then he decided to run, quickly reaching speeds over 100 miles an hour. As Port Barre police chased the suspect, they called Opelousas PD for backup to let them know they were heading into the city. Police Chief Dion Boudreaux says when officers got close enough to read the license plate, the suspect started shooting.
We had a witness that said the guy passed him in front of King's truck stop, and he seen the guy with the rifle in his hand, holding it backwards, shooting, not looking, just shooting out the window.
The suspect not only shooting at police, but those who wouldn't move out of the way fast enough. Boudreaux says his officers did not return fire.
I was speaking to one of my officers earlier that was involved, and he said, Chief, he said, even if we could have, he said there was other people around and we didn't want to injure anyone else.
Boudreaux says once in Opelousas, the passenger jumped out on Artigue Street and ran. The driver kept shooting, and at least 2 civilian cars were shot.
As long as they weren't getting shot and they were staying their distance, they wanted to maintain a safe distance from that person and make sure that if they had to return fire, that no one else would be involved.
Boudreaux says traffic in the area caused them to lose the suspect. No one was hurt.
They think that we can just shoot out the tires and do this and that. But sometimes yes, but most times no. And it depends. When you're inside of a heavily populated area and a lot of traffic and people there, the last thing you want to do is start throwing rounds and hurting innocent people.
Chief Boudreaux says if you see the suspect's vehicle with a busted out window, don't approach, call 911. 3's on the street in Port Barre. Chris Welty, KATC TV3.
To a continuing developing story, the 2 juveniles